This woman unexpectedly discovered that the person she had wrongfully sent to prison turned out to be her mother's biological daughter. At first she still clung to a tiny hope that there was some mistake, but the DNA test results in black and white clearly confirmed the family connection. If her mother ever found out that she was the reason her daughter went to prison, her mother would stop at nothing to avenge her biological child. So Zai Jing had to do everything possible to prevent Huilan and Ji Yun from meeting. When Huilan rushed to the police station to register her DNA, she happened to run into Ji Yun, who was just leaving. Ever since Ji Yun admitted she approached her with a purpose, she had disliked Ji Yun deeply. At this moment she did not realize that Ji Yun was actually the daughter she longed for every day. She showed her no kindness at all, wanting to find her daughter quickly. Huilan even prepared to hand out flyers to spread the word widely. When Zai Jing saw Huilan's real name printed on them, she worried that if Ji Yun saw the flyers, she would immediately learn the truth. So she told Huilan not to use her real name, to avoid drawing unwanted trouble, like being harassed for being a wealthy family's wife. Huilan thought it made sense, and followed her advice. To find the daughter she had lost for over 30 years, Huilan personally stood on the street handing out flyers tirelessly. Meanwhile Ji Yun, walking down the street, noticed a crumpled flyer on the ground. If she picked it up, she could have contacted Huilan right away, but just as she was about to reach for it, a phone call interrupted her. It was the police station calling to say they had found her biological mother through DNA. Excited, Ji Yun rushed to the station. At the same time Huilan also got a call from the police, telling her they had found her daughter. She hurried to her room to change clothes and leave, but Zai Jing could not just stand by and let them reunite. While Huilan was in her room, she stole her phone. Later, when it rang, the phone Huilan used only for finding her daughter suddenly lit up. It turned out Zai Jing had arranged for another woman to pose as Huilan's daughter, and gave her convincing stories to make Huilan believe it was true. Sure enough, when Huilan heard that the other baby Shu was with this woman, she believed her and wanted to meet her immediately. But her son Jae Min suggested it would be safer to meet at the police station. Zai Jing quickly interrupted, saying the most important thing was to meet her as soon as possible. Just then another message came from the woman, saying she had also received notice that her DNA matched someone. This convinced Huilan even more that this woman was her daughter. After waiting more than 30 years, she could not wait another second and rushed to meet her. Then Zai Jing returned to her room to make the final move. Using Huilan's hidden phone, she called the police station and cancelled the DNA sample kept there. She told them because of inheritance issues in the family, they did not want to meet the daughter, to avoid any conflicts over money. All these words were overheard by Ji Yun, who was waiting nearby. Once again abandoned, Ji Yun began to resent her mother deeply. She decided there was no mother in her life anymore. The woman pretending to be Ji Yun was Choi Eun-jae, because earlier Zai Jing had already made Huilan completely believe that Choi Eun-jae was her real daughter. She even sneaked into Ji Yun's room in broad daylight, while Bok-soon was busy outside, and stole everything that could prove Ji Yun's identity. So when Choi Eun-jae showed those items, Huilan was overjoyed and almost completely convinced that this woman was her daughter. Just to be sure, she still arranged a DNA test. But before that, Zai Jing had already given Ji Yun's hair to Choi Eun-jae, so the results were predictable. Even the sharp Huilan was blinded by this false joy. She wanted to give all her best things to this fake daughter, but her husband Daeguk, who had built his way up as a powerful chairman, noticed something was wrong. He called his secretary and told him to investigate Choi Eun-jae thoroughly.